Hello, I'm Austin Jarrett from Allett Mowers. Today we're at Milford Hall Cricket Club and we're talking about one of the very special machines in our range, the Allett Westminster 20H. This machine only comes in 20 inches mowing width and it is very good at mowing at very low heights of cut. We're talking about below 2.5 millimeters as its minimum height of cut, up to the highest height of cut of 19 millimeters or 3/4 of an inch. That's not very high for a lawn at all. So only for the very finest lawns. Where this machine really comes into its own is at the low heights of cut, doing what a cylinder mower does best, cutting short grass shorter. You can see it working here on a cricket wicket. We're mowing at 2.5 millimeters high here. This machine will do this all day long. But that is a very specific height of cut that we require for a cricket wicket. The height of cut for club bowls as well, it is absolutely ideal. So here we are in close-up with the Westminster 20H. And the first thing you'll notice is the cutting cylinder here. Because we're mowing so low, it's really important to avoid a washboard effect, that we have a really high clip rate. And this is the only machine that we have in the Allett range that uses a 12-bladed cutting cylinder, giving a tremendously high clip rate. The machine itself is 92 kilograms, that's just over 200 pounds. Of course, that's important to make sure the machine sits down on the ground properly for these very accurate heights of cut, and then whatever striping we can achieve with these shorter heights of cut, again, that extra weight will help. But the weight is in the robustity of the machine, because everything has to be so accurate that the machine chassis needs to be completely and utterly rigid. The grass box at the front fits right up against the cylinder, so every piece of debris that is cut goes straight into the grass box, and that grass box is 92 litres, so it's absolutely ample for most bowling green and cricket wicket applications. We don't want the grass box to be too big, because again, as the weight builds up in the grass box, it presses down on the front roller and effectively changes the height of cut. So a nice compact grass box. Because everything on the Westminster is so height of cut critical, we can't afford for there to be any build up on the front roller, because that would change the height of cut. So we have built in here, using these 4 screws here, an adjustable blade which will scrape the material of worm cast or whatever it is that's starting to change the diameter of that roller to keep it absolutely right. And the same applied to the rear roller as well. So on our aluminium roller, again, we don't want any pickup, and you'll see here that there is an adjustable plate here which pushes up against the rear roller to keep that clean too. The steel front roller, of course, controls the height of cut, and we have really accurate micro adjust here on this one side, plus both sides are bolted as well after you've made the adjustment. One of the features I really like out of this machine is, as well, just behind the rear roller here, difficult for you to see, there is a raking system which just helps comb the grass before it's presented to this 12-bladed cutting cylinder. Honda engine, of course, we like these on these products. This is the GX200, which has got bags of power for a little 20-inch machine like this, and will just last forever. Of course, Honda engines, why do our customers love those? They're just so easy to start and just so reliable. If we look at the back of the machine, you'll see here the really nice shiny rear roller, and that of course is because it's made of aluminium. We are trying to save weight where we can. This rear roller is split into 2 sections, and we have the ability to be able to differential drive these as well. So when we're turning at the ends, it doesn't scuff, but it still gives us really nice straight lining ability too. And importantly, from the control position here is the handlebars. We've got a really lovely soft grip here, nice and warm first thing in the morning, comfortable to hold. This is the bail bar, which engages the drive to the rear roller, and actually the rear roller and the cylinder are engaged together. When you decide you're ready to mow, you just pull out a little lever out at the side here, and that means that when I engage the bail bar, it engages both the rear roller drive and also the cylinder. The handlebars themselves are height adjustable. I can back off this handle here, and that gives me a position that is most comfortable for me, and then I can just tighten that back up again. I have the throttle, which gives me my speed control. My clip rate is set on this machine to 145 clips per metre, which is really nice and fine. So it doesn't matter what speed I go, I just choose the speed that's most comfortable and gives me the best grass box fill. Finally, at the handlebar position here, we do have a handbrake. This machine is of a weight that we need to have the handbrake so that the machine doesn't disappear when we're working on a slope and we go and empty the grass box. So I'm allowed to just apply the brake here on this handbrake. Because so much is included within this machine, there is just one optional extra that you need to look at. Because we have quite a delicate aluminium rear roller on this machine, and also the bottom blade and cylinder are so fine on it, it's best if you're transporting this over long distances or over hard surfaces to order the wheel kit which goes with this, which is optional. The stub shafts on the machine come as standard, in fact, and then you order a pair of wheels like this under part number WSK20, and this wheel kit just slips straight onto these stub shafts. Also included in the kit is a stand like this. If I drop this stand down first, you can see that picks the machine up in order that I can then fit the wheel kit unencumbered. It has a neat little locking mechanism just on the end here, which then is very quick release clip, and I pull that off too. So that's a real nice feature to help protect the machine too. So if you want a really fine machine, you want to take it to the next level with your cylinder, you want to mow particularly low, then this club machine, the Westminster 20H, is definitely worth looking at. And it comes at quite a budget price, even though it's right at the top end of our garden machinery homeowner type range before we go into professional products. But it really does give an amazing finish, and it will do it for a long time because the machine is so strong. If you need any more information on this product or any other product in our range, please visit allett.co.uk. Thanks for watching.